Good morning, everyone. Excuse-moi. So, this morning we're going to be building the DC, and I'm going to promote to a domain controller. So, last night I couldn't let it go after reading Andrew's message saying it's easier to transfer the FSMO roles while the old controller is still up and running. So I about 11:30 or so, when I finished playing my games and that, I jumped on and turned on DC02 and then transferred the roles. There's a bit of work involved with that. It didn't transfer properly because something was wrong with the replication. It was the way the DC was set up. We had like a lot of old rogue like DNS entries and stuff. So excuse me. So when the back end of AD was trying to fetch certain roles and certain stuff like that, it was finding all these old entries and which was forcing it into a fail state. So the replication wasn't working properly. So fix that, and then we promoted. I moved all the roles to DC01, and then I shut down DC02, and now we're building a new DC for DC02 on our new servers. So from here we should be able to, once we install Windows Server, let's see. Australia install. So we'll let that do its thing. It'll install, and what we'll do after that is when we boot up, we'll join it to the domain, and that'll require another reboot. And didn't get to sleep until like around 1 a.m. and now I woke up again around 4:30, 4:45. So just now. I want to be at a certain point in our migration by the end of today, which will free me up for Monday. So I'm probably going to yawn a little bit until my coffee kicks in. Only got like 2-3 hours sleep. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, about 3 hours sleep. But when we get to a certain point in the migration for today, then that'll give us a head start on Monday. So Andrew's going to be sorting out APO1 or APO2. APO1, so he's now pulling a new instance of APO2, APO1. We were discussing last night, so he just knocked off at the same time. Guy sent him a message saying, yeah, I've done the transfer of the roles, and he was awake as well. I'm like, oh hey, at least I'm not the only one. But yeah, so he's gonna he's figured out a way to do the get the APO1 booting in to BIOS mode instead of IFI. So I sent him a link and to what I found yesterday when I was having a play with it, and yeah, it got back to me last night. when we'll chat. When I was telling him that I did the promotion and that's all sorted, so we don't have to boot up the old DC02 again. So server rail 1. Actually, let's look at rail 2. Excuse me. So on rail 2, we'll be able to see what we have left for import. Because if he's doing 01, so 2's now down. Actually, I could start doing our web as well. So if I shut this down and then export it, I should be able to just simply convert and then import. All right, so we're going to boot into all right, we're going to do this on my computer at work. So I ended up playing around with that a little bit and getting XFCE on there. Oh, look at that. Here we are. XFCE4. So early morning during blank. So I was playing around getting a few things sorted. Seeing what's in downloads. But we want to go to, so we've got 3 more to do here on rail 1. But hopefully we can get on rail 2 if we move the web server. I wonder if this is XRDP that's making this so sluggish. That one has to be shrank. That drive needs to be lowered. But I wonder if I force the shutdown on this, can I shrink the drive? Actually, let's go into here. So stopping all the snaps and Docker stuff. We'll get back to the other one in a minute. Just a few things that I want to try and get done before the day. Perfect. So that's now off. Yes. Now I want to shrink this. Let's go, hang on. Self-hosted Bitwarden and drive size. So this should take us, here we go. What is the initial installation for Bitwarden? This is from 2019. No, I want more, something more. It's probably all the same. Running out of space. How much space do they have? This is April 24, so this is pretty recent. What size is his? There's his root. Oh wow, is that all? 32 gig. And 13 gig for run. So there's 45 gig is used. So right now my container's got 10 gig, which has run low. Yeah, that doesn't look like much space. Also had some trouble with that. Logs MySQL. Okay, I don't want to be deleting logs forever. I want a nice allocated space that I can just use the Docker clean command every now and then just to sort things out. Bitwarden Help Center. This is what I'm after. Bitwarden client apps, blah blah blah. AWS, VMware vCenter. Bitwarden is generally deployed as either a single Windows or Linux VM. Okay, that's good. That's what we've done. Or a cluster of machines. Oh gosh, don't want to do that. Do I need to allow URLs? How to back up and restore myself? Oh, this is interesting. This is where I want to be. It saves me having to migrate that VM. I can back up the MySQL and then restore it. Try that. I'll try this method first. I don't want to rename my server. Yeah, that's all sorted. We should done. Must use the same email address as the okay. Import your individual vault data. Oh, okay. Okay, actually, I'll do that on this screen. I don't want to be showing all our stuff. So, if we go into yeah, bad gateway. Is it a bad gateway? So, three dot 3.62. Oh, I've shut it down. That's why it's not working. Right. Let's power you back on again. And I'll come back to you in a moment. Let's not worry about that. Let's go back to, don't need to worry about that anymore. Let's come back to our instance here. All right. Cards. Go. All right. The first thing we're going to do when we get into this this server installation, so to speak, what we want to do. Dear me. That starts up. We are going to need to set a static IP. And this one is going to be, oh, okay, it doesn't like that. 84. It is 252. And we're going to set there. I'm just going to throw a Cloudflare DNS in there. Identifying. Why? Why are you not liking that? 192.168.3.34, 2.52, 192.168.3.1, 192.168.3.33. Yes, that should be it. We might not have outside internet, but hopefully it will be enough for us to rename DC02. Okay, contact the domain. Contact the domain. Do it. Interesting. All right. A force stop. Configuration. Network. Yes. Just going to compare the two to what was spun up by. Yes. Bridge internal. Yes. Etho. BR internal. Oh, I see. Resource limit 2 and 4, yes. That's all standard. Okay, so I might actually copy that because it looks like let's have a look here. Okay, we're on local with 80 gig. Oh no, we can't just swap that out now because that's going to kick up a fuss. But if we go into disk drives, we go edit instance. Cannot update root device pool name to that. Okay. Why does that? BR internal type nick. Pretty sure BR internal type nick ETH0. How you going? ETH0. Okay. Then getting internet. You know, I probably should have left it at DHCP and then done an IP uh IP config to see what's up. Not IPA, it's forward slash. It's back to DHCP because I want to see what kind of address we are getting. Nothing. The loopback address. That's problematic. Why? Hmm. Hmm. A little confusing. Didn't DC01 have stateful migration? Is allow. Is that? I don't think that's got anything to do with it, but let's do it anyway. VM's still running. Alright, we're going to can you, force can anyway. And then we're going to save. Yes. No, I don't think I have snapshots going. Did he set something different on the cloud in it? No, didn't think so. That's nothing anyway. No, deny, no, dash, no, yes, no, true. Disk priority. Disk devices. I think it's the instance location. I've set it to LXDO2. That's what it is. Deny, no, dash, no, yes, no, true. Allow that dash. Alright, I wonder. I can't. Move instance to cluster member LXDO1. We don't want to do that. We want one on either. So that is going to be problematic. What does that mean? Okay. That's working. That's a bit different. That's different, right? Uh, I know this doesn't make any difference at all, but I just want to make them a mirror of each other. Yeah. Link is Bondo. How do you link a Bondo address? To default. To default. Okay. Oh, excuse me. We're going to fix that. And over here, we're going to do the same because we want that to be primary and secondary. Hey, DHCP4. Use net plan applied directly. Alright, so the config seems alright. That seems to be good. And for this one, net play. Oh, plan. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so that's alright. Okay. So, with that being done, let's reload this page. It's on 11. This will be LXD01. Temporary failure in name resolution. You know what that would be is because that itself. You know what I'm thinking? These ones. Yeah, CPU. So nothing on here changed apart from the position of version 2. That wouldn't have anything to do with it at all. So it did kick up about the bond parameters. It didn't like the parameters, but that doesn't mean shit though. And I did change these around. Huh. I'm going to try something. And now we can ping. So that's instant. Perfect. Okay. And now we want to because no, all right, we'll get it communicating first and then I will revert back. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh, it found it for a split second and then it didn't. No, it didn't. Destination host unreachable. All right. So mm, 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 mm. So they can get back out to the internet, but they can't communicate internally. I wonder. Actually, oh shit. Oh, temporary failure, temporary failure. Okay. Okay. I'm just going over some of the documentation. It seems to face that status is up. Flags. I wonder if the resolve conf is set correctly. Sudo vim. Mm-hmm. How you going, Octa? Okay. Invalid name for network. Huh. I did get it right, so why is it telling me there's no... Hmm. Alright. We can't get out. We can't see the other thingies. So we are going to... we're going to set them to outside DNS. The DNS name server entries for the bond. It's because we're on VLAN 10. Wait a second. Wait a second. If everything's going through VLAN 10, my question is VLAN 10 allowed to communicate with internal and internal back? Internal to device management, internal to infrastructure, perfectly fine. Now infrastructure to internal. Perfectly fine. Okay. So that's not the hold up. That's not what's stopping it. Alright. We're going to do it this way. And I'll deal with internal resolutions after. Oh, excuse me. We still can't get internal. But we should be able to get to Google and everything else. Mm-hmm. Alright, this is AORUS 02. So this will be the one. O2 is going to have DC02. So we want DC01. And then we want Cloudflare. Actually, we're going to go Google DNS for this one. And if they fail, alright, so that's the global DNS for this server. Bond O, current scopes are nothing. Bond O 10, current scopes is DNS. DNS servers are. That's wrong. In Google. Lovely. That's O2. Now, we want O1. And we want to do the same as what we did just there. So, I'm going to set these. Oops. Don't want that. We want. Horizon.local. That's correct. Perfect. Oh, right. So I can ping it on the outside servers on the other machines. But within this cluster, it can't communicate within this cluster. Fascinating. Why? Let's see if the Railway 2 can. Yeah, perfect. And now we've got Google. Oh, perfect. But why not internal within the cluster itself? Huh. I'm going to screenshot this because I want to show these to. So we are going to highlight an area here. Right here. Yes, we're going to go green for here. And let's put a symbol. Where's my symbols? Oh, I don't have symbols. This sucks. Well, we'll keep using green for here. Actually, we might make that yellow. Because then we're going to go here. Okay. Save that screenshot. Shoot to. All right, that should be good. Yeah, see, we had a good old chat around friggin' midnight. Oh dear, both as bad as each other. So I'll continue that on at a later date. I'm going to make another coffee, have a ciggy, and chill. But yeah. So we can't join the domain until we can communicate with the DC. We can't promote to a domain controller. Oh, we probably could because we can get outside the network, but we won't be able to join, and having two domain controllers that aren't communicating with one another is just going to be chaotic. So if someone comes into the school today and tries to do something, there's just going to be no go. So I'm going to leave that there for now, and I'll look at migrating across the Bitwarden server and the web server for today. Getting them online. They don't really need to communicate with anything. With anything on the network, so they can just basically house themselves as long as they can contact outside the internet. That's fine. We've already got the port forwarding in place on the firewall to get all that sort of stuff sorted. We do have a couple of other things that need to be done with the app server, which when Andrew gets up and gets into work, then he'll get on and sorting that. He's got back to me last night at midnight when we were discussing a few things, that he has some ideas that he's going to have a go at and give a shot. So the guy's a genius, so he's going to definitely work it out. So that's going to be fantastic. But yeah, by the end of today, once we work out the networking problem, we should be okay. We had this trouble at the start. We thought, it's funny because the Horizon network's kind of been set up like a house of cards. Over the years, I've slowly tried to change a few things and bring a few things back, because there's like, as soon as one little thing in one place sort of just gets that little bit off skew, it just puts the whole thing out of whack, and it's really, really annoying. I know SD-WANs can be quite challenging, but they're great for monitoring purposes. So I know that was the initial issue that we had when we installed the web filters. Our setup is very different to that of other schools, and they had to go along and create all these different bonds and stuff to, like, bonded links within the actual interface of the web filter for it to be compatible with our network. So yeah, there are a few things that still need to change on the actual network side of things. So there's that I want to look at over these holidays as well. I want to take a stab at, and oh, see, I don't want to change too much, because if I change too much without running it past management, then that's going to ruffle some feathers the wrong way. But I do have ideas where I want to take the network and what I want to do with it. There are a few things that need to change, but I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do some of those things. Because our network's very much it's pretty well locked down, basically. So students are very limited on what they can do on our network, which is it's a good thing, because when we first put the web filter in, that was a pretty big eye opener on what kids search. So, and like kids of an age you just wouldn't think would be thinking like that, but they are. It's like, wow. I didn't think like that until at least 15, 14, 15, somewhere around there. But these are like kids in 10, 11 years old. Search history is a bit of an eye opener. But yeah, so having that lockdown with the required changes, got to update some passwords as well for the internet. We do have a generic that rolls with the year and uses the years, so that way it's easy to remember, but not so easy to remember. So you end up getting a lot of phone calls to say, "Hey, what's the internet password?" It's a generic password. What was that again? Then you tell them. Okay. So same with kids. Kids roll up. What's the password? Generic one. What is it again? It's like da da da. It's funny. I understand it from a teacher's point of view, because they've got so much they have to remember, so much going on for them, and they have so much work they have to do as well. It's just absolutely insane, the amount of workload that a teacher has for such a thankless job as well. Such dedication to child development is just outstanding, honestly. When it comes to teachers, I've the largest admiration for what they do and what they have to put up with. Because I've seen a couple of kids throw wobblies, and the teachers just remained calm, spoke to them normally, just kept chatting. Yeah, and they just like kicking stuff in and going nuts, throwing a wobbly. And they were like so chill about it. I don't know how they did it. I would have been like, all right, whatever, do whatever you want, and walked away, sort of thing. I don't think I would have had the patience to deal with a wobbly like that. How you going, Benapose? Yeah, I'm just about to jump off, so I was just running through some thinking out loud, using you all as a as like a talking post, so to speak. Ugh, cold coffee. Um, so I'm probably going to jump back on a bit later. I probably won't be able to stream when we're sorting out a lot of the other stuff. This sort of stuff's fine, but yeah, some of the other stuff's, well, I'm probably not going to be able to stream that. Privacy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, when I can stream, I'll stream. When I can't, I won't. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back on later on today. We're not doing a lot of like privatized stuff, but when we start getting into like file servers and stuff like that, then yeah, I won't be able to stream that. All right, I'll catch you a bit later.